Heretical Ruins Stage 9, free-to-play team, let's go! Hello guys, Wilsonbox here, this time to talk about Heretical Ruins Stage 9 with a free-to-play team on auto mode. So let's go, let's check this boss before everything. So stage 9, it's the hardest stage, and with this stage we can get some legendary runes, and also legendary materials and epic runes. So it's the best stage you can farm, and you really gonna need this stage, especially because of this quest on the chapter 24. We gonna need to clear the heretical ruins or ancient battlefield of stage 9, and I found out was easier to do heretical ruins first because I already have been trying different lineups for this stage, and finally I got the best one, and one that works on auto modes without any concerns. So we need to do this stage 9, so with this we are able to finish all the quests here and then progress to the next quests and for the next rewards. So stage 9, let's have a look at this boss. So firstly, we're gonna need 220 accuracy if we want to apply any debuffs on this boss, and to prevent anything. So we want to apply some attack penalty on this boss, on his ultimate especially, because it does some damage and we want to prevent his burn stacks. So let's have a look at his skills. So first skill, he spews fireballs at the current enemy and splashes on all enemies inflicted with burn, dealing fire damage. Then second skill, he deals fire damage to all enemies and induces rebirth of all phoenix eggs. If at least one phoenix egg is reborn, gains unspellable visibility for 12 seconds. And then we have deals fire damage to all enemies, inflicting 2 stacks of burn. We want to have some debuff immunity to prevent these burning stacks, or having someone to dispel those stacks. It's up to you, the way you want to use it. And then for every dead phoenix nestling on the field takes 40% less damage. Whenever a dead phoenix nestling dies, takes damage equal to 15% of its max HP. So we really want to kill these small birds, and we also want to keep preventing all these burning stacks because they do a lot of damage and they jump to other heroes without stacks. So we really want to or to dispel these stacks or to prevent them. It's up to you. The strategy I'm using is to prevent them to happen. Alright, and I'm using a ice radiance team. So if you are choosing to play mainly at the moment with ice radius elements, this is the best guide for you. So let's have a look at the lineup I'm using at the moment. So on this one I swapped Clovis. Clovis was not working well for stage 9 because we really need to have everything synchronized, and with Clovis it's a bit difficult to synchronize because he's always delaying the skills, the bar skill of this boss. So I did some changes. So Katarina as a support, I'm using this set, that gives 15% more attack to all allies, and this been working. I think it's bugged because I'm not inflicting any debuff on this boss and I'm still getting this 15% attack, so use it while it works. And then I'm using this artifact because it gives me some enlightenment. I'm using again Carius defense, give him a lot of defense, it works really well. I'm using the Mirror of the Living to increase my healing, defense stats and HP percentage. And then I'm using 2 Ice Blasts, so I'm using Gertin, she's a really good one. I'm using her aura, 30%. As you guys can see, I already have a legendary rune, legendary gear, so on stage 9 you really need to have a good gear at this moment. And then I'm using Pledin, and now I changed Clovis for this guy, Gulal. So I'm using the Crown of the Unclean with this set, and also a legendary rune here, and I also have an epic rune on the negative. The negative rune is also epic. Okay, so at this moment I really have a good gear. It's a different strategy, different lineup that we can try, but I think this one works much better than the other one I was using before, especially because Gertin was always moving, and I think this way it works much better. Okay, so about the timings. The timings here are a bit different, so I'm using Garius to heal right after this boss finish his skill bar. So this bird takes 24 seconds to cast all the skills, so I want him to do the first heal after 25 seconds, and then I want him to keep doing the same thing every 24 seconds. Same thing to Catherine, I want her to prevent the burning stacks. The burning stacks comes on this third skill. It deals, oh no, comes on the ultimate skill, the last one, where this bird fires damage while enemies inflicts 2 stacks of burns. We want to prevent this, and Catherine is preventing with debuff immunity, and then this guy is just damage, this one is just damage, and then I'm using some attack penalty as well. So I have this guy casting the attack penalty on 15.5, so 15.5 will be right after this skill, so I'm reducing the damage of this skill and this one, and this way I'm not taking so much damage. And then I want him to do this every round, so 24 seconds. He's gonna keep doing this at always the same time, 15.5. Alright, so this is it. Now let's see how it works on battle. So guys, about the 2 DPS, I found that it doesn't matter. It doesn't work so well if you are synchronizing the skills of our DPS. So if I'm giving them timings on that timing bar, they're not going to do so much damage. So I found out it's much better if I leave them just doing their thing and keep casting their skills the maximum they can, because this way they're gonna do much more damage. So guys, as you can see, Catherine is gonna cast his heal now, and she can prevent the burning stacks at this moment. And then I've Garrus giving heal to everyone, and then I just want these two spamming their skills as much as possible. So attack penalty on here, I was lucky to cast the defense penalty as well, and then I just want them to spam their skills and do more damage. And this, yeah, it's much better, much easier this way. I'm using a rare hero this time instead of Clovis is epic, so I'm using 4 epics and 1 rare. The DPS, you can change them, you don't need to use these 2 DPS. If you have better DPS, you can use them. So as you can see, I'm using 2 characters that are single target, and I'm still able to do this. If I have the attack penalty on this boss and Garrus doing that amazing heal, I'm fine. And as you can see, I'm doing like a pretty good damage, and I think it's working well. Alright guys, we did this. As you can see, we don't really need to have just AoE damage. We can do this with single target damage, but we really need to have a good strategy. So my best time with this team was 3:49. It's a lot. I did 4 minutes and 8 seconds, so it's a lot for the auto mode. But still, if you don't have any AoE damage or any good AoE damage, you can use 2 single targets damage, 2 really strong ones, and if you have aura with attack percentage, will be even better. So just try it. We need to do Heretical Ruin stage 9 to finish that quest. So if you are looking for some new ideas and new ways to do this boss, this is one. You can try this team. If you don't have this team, at least remember we need a good heal, we need debuff immunity, good DPS, at least 2 really good DPS, and someone to apply attack penalty and also defense penalty that will increase our damage. If you have AoE, it means you're gonna do damage to this boss all the time. If you don't, then your DPS needs to be really good to kill those birds really fast. Another tip, so on these ice blasts I tried the other set. So I'm using the Art of the Gambler because I've been testing, and I test a different set before. I test this one here. I tested and I didn't like it. So this set is the Emperor's, no, it's not the Emperor, it's this one. Yeah, the Inventor's Inspiration. This one, every time they were cast a battle skill or ultimate skill, they receive a 8% damage, 8% damage. And these guys, they cast a lot of battle skills because of their passive. But it's not worth it. You can still do much more damage if you are using Art of the Gambler, especially with these bosses because they have a lot of healing. Probably this one is good if you are doing maybe Goblin Lair or something like that, just like Feymender or something like that. But if you are killing bosses, they have much more HP, so it's much worth it to have this 30% chance of dealing 5% of target's current HP as true damage. This setup was the best one I found because the other ones, Gertin was always moving and sometimes Catherine was missing their heal. Okay guys, so I hope this guide helped you guys. If you have any questions, don't forget, leave below on the comments. I try to help everyone as I can. If you like this video, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe to my channel to follow more content like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time.